I heard the doorbell ring. Yeah. Woohoo! The Macwheel e-bike is here. The battery charger. Looks like it comes with all the tools you need. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review on an e-bike, mountain bike, called the Macwheel Senior, also known as the Wrangler, which I've seen in other videos. So if you're into affordable sub 1,000 mountain bike e-bikes, I think you're going to like this video because I think I found a gem that you probably haven't seen before. Let's check it out. Alright, so hopefully you guys have seen my other video where I did a review on the $400 Walmart e-bike called the Hyper E-Ride, and that video got a lot of views, over 100,000 views, because people just couldn't believe that that thing was $400 and it was a mountain bike. And some people loved it, some people hated it. They said it was total junk. I was somewhere in the middle. I loved it and I hated it. But long story short, that bike is no longer $400. It bumped up now up to like 650 bucks. And people are like, no, that bike is not worth 650 bucks. And you know what? I agree with them. I don't think that bike is worth 650 bucks when you have bikes like this out there. This sells on Amazon for roughly 850 bucks at the time I'm filming this video. It may go up, I don't know. Yeah, when I found this one, I was really surprised. I first saw it when I was watching YouTube. There's a YouTube channel called Electrek, and Micah, the reviewer, was showing this bike off, and essentially he was saying this is a budget mountain bike. And after watching more and more videos on this bike, I figured I just would go ahead and just buy it and try it out for myself. And you know what? So far, I love this thing. And let me tell you why I love this thing. So right off the bat, this thing looks good. I mean, look at it. The frame is pretty traditional when it comes to, you know, mountain bikes. It's not like a small folding bike with 20-inch wheels. This thing is a 27.5-inch wheel size. It's almost impossible to find stuff in 26-inch anymore. If you go to Walmart and try to get tubes or tires, you're not even going to see 26-inch tires on the shelves. So this is pretty much the new gold standard now, 27.5-inch wheels. This one has a bigger motor as well. This one has a 500-watt motor, which is basically double. The other one was 250. This one is 500 watts, so a lot more power there for going up hills and things like that. And then also the battery. The battery on this one is bigger. This one's a 48 volt. I'll talk about this more later in the video. But this is 48 volts, a lithium-ion rechargeable battery, versus I think it was 36 on the other one. So a bump up in power there as well. So you get more power, and probably more importantly, you get more range. Here's where you charge the battery on the bike if you want to. It comes with a wire. You plug into the wall, and you can just leave the battery inside here and charge it in the garage or in your apartment or whatever. And then another big selling point was the brakes. The other one didn't have disc brakes. This one does. The other one had V brakes, and this one has mechanical disc brakes. They're Tektro mechanical disc brakes. And speaking of disc brakes, I kind of like how this one's tucked away inside the frame here. It's kind of protected, so if you accidentally crashed into something, it's actually not hanging out on the back here where they normally are. Normally they're up here, exposed. This one's protected. I really like that design. I don't need hydraulic disc brakes. It would be nice, but you're going to spend more money for that. So I think that's a good upgrade over the V brakes. This is not a hardcore mountain bike. This is a urban terrain mountain bike, in my opinion. You're not going to be going up mountains like that. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it's not really designed for that. This is an urban terrain type mountain bike. This is a commuter bike, and I'll talk more about that too in the video. Another thing that I like about this bike versus the other one was pedal assist only, no throttle. This one has a throttle. So you twist this like a motorcycle and it goes. Or you can switch it to pedal assist as well. So you have both options, whereas the other one, you didn't have an option. And then this one also has better forks. The other one had crappy spring forks. These are not much better, but they are technically better because these ones have a lockout. They're still spring forks, they're not error adjustable forks, but you can lock these out. So if you want to ride this as a rigid bike, because it's already a hardtail, and if you lock out the front, it won't compress at all. And then you open it up and it'll give you a little bit of travel, so that's kind of nice. This one has a light for commuting, so if you're gonna ride your bike after work and it's dark, you can actually turn on the light, and this light is connected to the battery, so you don't have to worry about having extra batteries in here. You just hit this red switch right here and the light will turn on, which is nice. And then it also, let me turn it on here, hold it for a few seconds and it turns on. It has a horn too. That's kind of nice. You don't have to buy a bell. There is no powered brake light, just a reflector, so it's not perfect. There's some things that, you know, they could probably do a little bit better. The tires are just street bias tires, more designed for urban terrain, going through grassy fields and, you know, gravel and stuff like that. And then also too, these are not tubeless, and I don't think you need to go tubeless. Again, this is not a hardcore mountain bike, this is just an urban bike. The hubs or the axles, they're not through axles, so they're not going to be the higher end through axles. These are just quick release axles, no biggie. Gear set back here says Shimano, it's 7-speed. The cogs are pretty small. I wish they were bigger, but you know what, beggars can't be choosers. This is a budget bike. Shimano Tourney derailleur in the back with a protector cage right here built in. That's nice. The hanger back here is separate, so if you were to bash this on a log or a rock, hopefully that hanger will break and not the frame. So that's nice. It's a 1x system, so you don't have any extra chain rings up front. You do have this chain guide. Most modern bikes now are not going to have multiple chain rings anymore. That's just a thing of the past. I'm not sure what kind of bottom bracket that is. It's probably a tapered bottom bracket, I'm guessing. Metal pedals, 3-piece cranks, KMC chain. I kind of like this frame design here where it's like a loop tail. Remember back in the 80s, you older guys out there that used to have BMX bikes in the 80s will probably remember the loop tail on the Mongoose. That's pretty cool. The welds look pretty good. I used to be a welder for Toyota, so I can spot decent welds when I see them. Those are not bad. The paint looks pretty nice. It's just a matte black paint, nothing to write home about, with some accent stickers on here. Quick release for the seat post. It goes pretty tall. If you're over 6 feet, you can still ride this thing. Seat, kind of ugly, but serviceable. You can always swap that out for something better. All right, let's talk about the battery in detail. One of the big selling points of this bike is that the battery is integrated into the down tube, so it looks really nice and clean. You don't have this, you know, like afterthought battery clamped onto the down tube with a controller, you know, clamped onto the seat tube here. This one is all integrated. Battery and controller is all inside, which is nice. I like that. That's a big selling point. It's lockable too, so you can, you can't just steal the battery. Not that anyone would want to, I don't think. You can use the 2 keys here to lock and unlock. To get the battery out, put the key in. It even tells you which direction to turn it. So open is this way, and then there's a little like a latch over here. You can't see it, but there's a latch over here you have to push up, and it should just pop out. So this one doesn't pop out like the other, like on the Hyper. It doesn't pop out easily. You kind of have to pull it out. just like that. On the other bike that I did a review on, the Hyper, once you unlocked it, it just popped out like it was spring loaded. This one doesn't do that. So once it's out, you just pull it up like that and then kind of guide it. And this thing is heavy. Guide it out slowly so you don't break anything and scratch anything. This is a lithium ion rechargeable battery. There's your charge port if you want to charge this inside your house or in your office and leave the bike locked up somewhere. And just like the Hyper that I reviewed, this battery pack does not have a USB port to use this as a power bank. I wish they did. That'd be nice if you want to just use this on its own as a power bank to charge your phone in an emergency. That'd be kind of nice. Doesn't have that. Again, this is a budget e-bike, so you can't really expect a lot of gadgets on these things. So to go back in the bike, it only goes one way because it's shaped a specific way. It only goes one way. But obviously the connectors go on the bottom. You'll put the bottom in first, like that. Kind of slide it in, like that, bottom first. You'll feel it kind of slide in. And then the top, you'll hear it click. There you go. Boom, it clicks in. So clockwise is locked, counterclockwise is unlocked. The shifter is a Shimano SIS index. It does the job, shifts up and down. Does the job. It's pretty ugly though. I don't like the way this thing looks, but you know what? If it works, it works. I'm not going to complain. The levers, I believe these levers are aluminum. It's hard to tell. I think these are aluminum levers, which is good, you know, a little bit more durable than plastic. They do have a motor kill switch wire there, so when you grab the brakes, it automatically kills the motor for safety, and that's on both sides, as you can see there. The grips are not lock-on grips, they're just slip-on grips. Something to note, if you're using the throttle to go and then you hit the brakes, the kill switch will still work. So it'll basically kill the motor no matter what you're doing with the throttle. That's nice. The stem is kind of long. I have a smaller stem I'm going to put on here, but I'll test out this factory stem for now. The fork head tube section here, it's pretty tall. There's like 5 spacers there, so I'm sure I can cut that down if I want to bring this stem down a little bit. The head tube here, it looks wider than normal, but I can't really tell if that is a tapered head tube or not. Sometimes these are fake tapers. I don't know, it's hard to say. I'd have to take this off and look inside there. I don't think it is though, because it looks like it's the same diameter up here as it is down here. It's got a nice LCD screen here, which is better than some of these cheap e-bikes that just have light indicators. So you hold the button down, the power button down for a few seconds and it comes on. You got battery life right there. You've got the power modes, which go up to 5. You have your speed, and then you have your miles traveled. So it defaults to power mode 1, which is pedal assist 1, so not a lot of power, and you can go all the way up to 5. If you want to do throttle, you just hit the negative button there to 0, and now you're in throttle mode. So check this out. You twist the throttle, and that 500 watt motor gives you power. Just like a moped or a motorcycle. That is a huge selling point in my opinion. A lot of guys who have e-bikes want a throttle so they don't have to worry about the delay in pedaling. Sometimes when you use pedal assist, there's a delay in power. It'll delay in power when you pedal, and there's a delay turning off the motor when you stop pedaling. So some people just like having a throttle like a motorcycle. That's pretty cool. All right, so level 1 in pedal assist. Start pedaling. That's the lowest level. Let's bump it up to 2. You can hear it spooling up more. Let's pump it up to 3. Now you don't have to match the speed. You can just move the pedals slowly, and as long as the pedals are moving, the motor will engage. All right, let's go to 4. And 5 is the last one. Woo! It's got a built-in beefy kickstand in the back here. It actually bolts onto your frame. That's nice. I like that, and it's adjustable too. And what's nice is you can still backpedal without hitting your kickstand. That's really nice. That is the Macwheel Senior electric mountain bike. Let's go ahead and test it out. Well, we're gonna ride it around here. I'm gonna go on this big loop through the park, go up the hill and try to climb that small hill there. And if you don't know, hub drive bikes are not meant for hill climbing. You should get a mid-drive system, basically a motor that's mounted here that takes advantage of mechanical advantage of your gear set. These things can climb, but they're not very good at it. So we'll test it out and see how it does. All right, let's go. All right, so I have it on pedal assist mode. So you just have to push a few inches and then the motor will kick in. Push, pedal, and boom, there it goes. Whoa. I'm on level 5. Okay, I'm gonna bump it down to 4. All right, there's a little gully here. Let's see if the motor alone can get me through the gully, down and up the other side of this gully here. I'm gonna put it into throttle mode and just use the motor alone. Here we go. Yeah, no problem. So in throttle mode, they say the range is about 20 to 25 miles, depending on the terrain. And in pedal assist mode, it's about 50 to 60 miles in pedal assist. Those are big numbers. I don't know if that's real. Probably a lot less, but then again, they're probably testing it on flat ground. Okay, we're going uphill. It's not a powerhouse by any means. We start pedaling. There we go. So if you pedal and go uphill, it does a decent job helping you out. There's a guy out here ripping it on his Maverick. That looks like a lot of fun right there. That's awesome. All right, so far this thing's doing awesome, man. Way more power than I need to just scoot around the neighborhood. You can kind of see the elevation here. So next, I'm gonna take it up this hill above that water tower there. Again, for the record, these bikes are not designed to do what I'm about to do, but I want to test it out and see how strong it is. I'm going to use pedal assist in level 5 maximum and see how it does. Now, that spring fork, I can definitely feel its limitations on these rocks. It's like a pogo stick, but it is what it is. It's not a high-end air fork. It's just a spring fork. It's bouncing all over the place. Woo! There we go. We made it up the hill. Didn't even break a sweat. All right, now to go above the water tower. This gets pretty steep here and pretty rocky. Woo! And just a reminder, I'm just sitting down and pedaling. Woo! Now I'm standing up. All right, so I made it to the top of the water tower. As you can see, this is a pretty significant hill. I'm up here, and it did pretty good. Like I said, these hub drive systems, they're not meant for hill climbing. They're meant for flatland. But that 500 watt motor did help me get up here, and that's pretty nice because I'm not the most fit person out there. So yeah, that was nice. I like it. I'm impressed. It made it this high. All right, let's go back down. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is my review of the Macwheel Senior E mountain bike. I think this is a fantastic deal for someone who's looking for a sub 1000 e-bike that's not absolute junk. Again, 27.5-inch wheels, 500 watt motor, 48 volt battery, throttle and pedal assist, and an LED light integrated. I think that's a lot of value for 850 bucks. If you want to buy this bike, please consider using my Amazon affiliate link below the video. It helps me out. I am an affiliate. They give me a few bucks, not out of your pocket, but out of Amazon. If you do buy this bike, it helps support my channel so I can do more videos like this. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful. Leave a like to support my channel. I appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Ring the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the Macwheel Senior E mountain bike. Is it good? Do you like the features? Is it absolute crap? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.